Claude Desktop can think for you, do your work, and build things you never thought you could. 3 modes, 1 app, and Anthropic, the company behind Claude, is going all in on it. Every time I open it, there's another update, so I dug in to see what's actually happening. Q4 last year, October, November, December, 6 releases total. Pretty quiet. In November, nothing, not a single release, but that's exactly when Code Mode first appeared in Desktop. I have a sneaky feeling it popped in with a model release. No official update to download, no announcement, it just showed up. Then Q1, January, February, March, 50 releases, 50. And in January, Cowork launched too. Now, for any geeks out there, the full Claude Desktop updates tracker is linked below. So if Claude is going all in on desktop, should you too? Well, this video is about why I'm setting up camp in Claude Desktop. And if you use Claude already, I have a feeling it might become yours too. This is episode 1 of 5. Now, there are some things about how desktop works that aren't obvious. We'll cover those today and build on them through the series. Next video, chat, the essential features everyone needs to know. Then Cowork, the mode Anthropic built in 10 days. Then Code, don't let the name put you off. And then something you might not be expecting, the other half of my camp, because if Claude is the pen, you're going to need somewhere to write. Stick around for that one. Chat is where most people start. You type, Claude thinks, the answer comes back. From Claude's perspective, this is all happening in the cloud. No access to your machine, no files, just the conversation. Thinking. Then there's Cowork. This one's a bit different. Claude spins up a virtual machine, a contained workspace with access only to the folder or folders you give it. It can't access anywhere else. But inside that folder, it's working directly on your actual files. Doing. Code goes further. Full access to your entire machine, file system, terminal, everything on it. Nothing is off limits. Building. I found chat first, then code, then Cowork came later to desktop, and that's when I stopped going anywhere else. Right, let's take a look at each one. Chat first. On the left, your chats, your projects, your artifacts, all of that's in the next video. But there's one thing I want to show you right now, because it's the thing I use the most. I'll click the plus icon, select research, and this is deep research, also known as research mode. It's only available in chat. Cowork and Code can't do this. You give it a question, could be preparing for a meeting, getting up to speed on a topic, or you're in the market for yet another set of Bluetooth headphones. And then something changes. This isn't Claude pulling up a handful of web pages. Your prompt fires off multiple searches in parallel, different angles, different sources. Each of those spins up more searches of its own. Hundreds of pages, it reads across all of them, reasons about what it's finding, and decides what to look for next. This can take 5 or 10 minutes, for something bigger, 30 minutes, or even an hour. And at the end, it all comes back together. A proper report, cited, structured, ready to digest, and actually useful for making a decision. I use research mode every day, sometimes multiple times. Everything else in chat, that's later in this video series. Cowork next. Now the first thing to notice is that chats have been replaced by tasks. So it's more about getting things done. You can schedule them, run them in projects, even dispatch them from your phone to your desktop. There's ideas, customize, loads to explore. But this mode has one job, doing. I'll select work in a project and point it to projects and then Excel docs. Here's the file I'm handing it, 12 weeks of sales data. Messy, inconsistent formatting, mixed number formats, columns that don't quite make sense. I want a proper dashboard out of this. Quick pro tip before I start. I'm switching the model from Opus to Sonnet. Cowork often defaults to Opus on paid plans, and it's the more powerful model, but it burns through your plan allowance faster. For office tasks like this, Sonnet performs just as well. Same result, less usage. Right, let's send this prompt. And I'll give Claude a moment. This will take a couple of minutes, so I'll speed up the video. While it's working, it's worth knowing this isn't just for Excel. Word docs, PDFs, CSV, pretty much any file you actually work with. And yes, Google Docs too. Right, it's done. Let's pop it open. Well, look at that. That's not a chat message. That's a proper file that I can use to impress my clients with. Dashboard, chart, 12 weeks cleaned up and color-coded. All from a single prompt. And honestly, that prompt I just ran, that's the shallow end. Cowork can browse the web, control your computer, run tasks whilst you sleep. We're just getting started. Code is the most powerful mode and the one that people find the most intimidating at first. But guess what? You don't have to write any code to use it. You know that hourglass animation from earlier? I'm asking Claude to change the sand from yellow to red. One sentence, that's it. And whilst that's running, I need to come clean. If you liked any of the animations in this video, the release timeline, this deep research sequence, I didn't make those. Not really. I'm not an animator or developer, but I did have two friends helping me out, Claude and a free tool called Remotion. I described what I wanted, Claude built it, a bit of back and forth between us, and every animation you've seen today was built that way. And there it is, the sand from yellow to red, from just one prompt and all inside Claude Desktop. And actually, it's not just the animations, the graphics too. The episode slider, the diagrams, I'm not a graphic designer. All of this was made the same way. The ideas were mine, the execution wasn't. That's one of the best things about code. You don't have to be an expert in the thing you're building. You just have to know what you want and ask for it clearly. Now, there's something about how these three models fit together that's worth understanding. They share more than you might think. Remember the Excel document I did earlier? I sped that part up, so you might not have spotted this, but Claude was using something called a skill, the Microsoft Excel skill specifically, and that same skill works in chat, Cowork, and code. It's a shared feature. Let me show you what I mean. Skills sit across three modes, but where they're stored depends on which one you're in. In chat and Cowork, skills are accessed from the cloud and within settings. In code, they're stored locally right on your machine. And here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Chat, Cowork, code, they're not three separate tools, they're one ecosystem, and Claude is going all in on it. That's why I'm setting up camp here. Over the next few weeks, I'll show you around each mode, and then in the last episode of the season, I'll show you the other half of the camp. Next video chat. I'll see you there.